Okay, let's dive right into this explainer and look at the absolute sheer devastation potato beetles and aphids can unleash on your garden. I mean, you pour all this time, energy, and care into your plants, right? Only to wake up one morning and see them just completely compromised by these relentless bugs in, like, no time at all. It's heartbreaking. But today we're going to explore a really simple, straightforward, and frankly, highly effective method to stop them dead in their tracks. We're going to break down the absolute best natural insecticide for controlling these pests and show you exactly how you can implement this strategy yourself to protect all your hard work.
So that brings up a pretty critical question. What exactly is the best natural insecticide? When we're looking for a pest control solution, we're basically searching for this incredibly specific Goldilocks balance. We want a substance that is completely safe for the environment. Obviously, we need it to be utterly harmless to humans and our pets. But, and here's the kicker, it absolutely must be lethal when it comes to actually controlling these pests. Now, finding a solution that checks all of those boxes without relying on some harsh industrial chemicals, well, it might sound like a totally impossible task.
Well, believe it or not, the ultimate secret weapon for your garden is literally sitting right next to your kitchen sink right now. Yep, it's just common household liquid soap. Crazy, right? The absolute best natural defense for stopping those damaging potato beetles and aphids is really that simple. It is completely safe for the soil, it's totally harmless to you and your pets, and yet it's highly effective against the pests that are just ravaging your plants. It's this incredibly accessible, everyday solution that kind of just transforms the whole way we approach pest management.
Section 1. How the soap strikes. The science of eradication. We know the what is soap, but let's move along and see how this builds into a fascinating biological attack at the microscopic level.
This brilliantly illustrates what is essentially a three-phase biological attack. First up, the soap mixture actively breaches and penetrates the insect's outer defenses. Second, once it gets in there, it physically disrupts their cellular membrane, which literally forces them to dry out. It's a rapid physical eradication. And then finally, on a super practical level, the soap makes it completely impossible for these pests to actually grip the leaves. They lose their footing, they slide right off the plant, and they're rendered totally defenseless. It's like a multi-layered attack that pests simply cannot adapt to.
Section 2. The simple insecticide recipe. Mixing the perfect batch. So the crucial point here is knowing exactly how to prepare this natural defense without harming your own crops.
Now, this preparation takes just 3 precise steps, but you have to be exact. Step 1, start with exactly 1 liter of water in a container. Step 2, add exactly 1 tablespoon of liquid soap to that water. And step 3, stir it really carefully. You want to ensure it's perfectly mixed and evenly distributed. The whole goal here is to make sure every single spray you unleash has the exact right amount of defensive power, without going overboard.
And listen, you must strictly follow these rules when picking your soap, because the type of soap matters immensely. Ideally, you want a natural, totally unscented liquid soap, and you have to use it in strict moderation. Stick to that 1 tablespoon per liter rule. What you absolutely need to avoid are strongly scented, perfumed soaps or using excessive concentrations. If you overconcentrate the soap thinking more is better, or if you use highly fragranced formulas, you will severely burn and damage the very plants you're trying to save. So keep it natural, keep it unscented.
Section 3. Rules of engagement. Applying your natural defense. Now that we have our mixture perfectly prepped, let's outline the tactical rules for applying it effectively out in the field.
When it comes to application, timing is quite literally everything. You only want to deploy the spray in the cool conditions of the early morning or the late evening. You have to completely avoid applying this mixture during high temperatures or strong direct sunlight. If you spray when the sun is beating down, the soap water essentially acts like a magnifying glass and will literally scorch the leaves right off your plants. So play it safe and stick to those cool morning and evening windows.
Okay, so once the weather is right, your application needs to be extremely thorough. You'll fill your sprayer with the soap mixture and coat the entire plant evenly. You definitely want to spray the upper side of the leaves, but pay absolute maximum attention to the undersides. That is exactly where aphids love to hide out and establish their little strongholds. Your ultimate goal here is to make sure the entire plant is so thoroughly covered that the bugs have nowhere to hide and absolutely nowhere to escape. Now, to achieve total victory here, you have to commit to a specific time frame. You must repeat this exact spraying process every 5 to 7 days. This isn't just a one-and-done kind of deal. By sticking to this 5 to 7 day schedule, you break the pest's life cycle. You keep the pressure on, catching any newly hatched insects before they can even reproduce, and you keep at it until the pest population is entirely eliminated. Consistency really is the secret weapon here.
So with this simple, science-backed formula in hand, it is time to take back your garden naturally and effectively. You really don't need harsh, expensive chemicals to protect your hard work. Just by using the right soap, mixing it properly, and applying it with precision, your plants are going to thrive. But it leaves us with a much bigger question to ponder. If a simple, natural combination like everyday soap and water can completely outperform harsh, synthetic chemicals in our own backyards, what other incredibly powerful, natural solutions are we overlooking in our daily lives?